Hello everyone, Stryker here, and today we'll be watching a video from Linus. As some of you may be aware, well, this is as of 8 days ago, so very relevant. I'm sure guys might have been aware, like Google search has become like wildly unreliable nowadays, which is like, yeah, no duh, but like that wasn't a thing. Like I remember, so many people like, oh, just go to Google, when you need an answer. Now you really can't even say that anymore. It's not very consistent, nor is it correct in the answers it's giving. One of the problems is that, so of course, AI, but the problem is that Google is oftentimes sourcing like YouTube and stuff like that. Um, and because the information from YouTube isn't always accurate, it's just feeding on its own data and assuming it's correct. Like no fact checking or anything. That's like the biggest problem. Like there's no like fact checking the AI. Um, and like unfortunately a lot of people have gotten hurt or lost their lives because of like the information that we're being told. So it's going to be interesting if companies are now going to be held liable for what their AI says. I think they should be because, I know you can't really control what people will, say to the AI. And I know there's been a lot of safeguards put in place to try and prevent it from like giving harmful or like, self-harm and stuff like that. But I think it should go even further. Like I don't know. I don't know how you would really mm, monitor what AI is saying because I don't know. I don't know if it's like a report feature, if it reports back. Either way, I guess we'll just get into it as far as the legal repercussions.
Has been found liable for false information provided by AI.
Sorry.
False information provided by AI overview. In a potential landmark case, the Regional Court of Munich has ruled that Google, if they're going to, have their product spit out an output based on
It needs to
all
be
of the
correct.
data that they ingested, some of it legally, some of it seems we're still questioning the legality of it. They're accountable for what it says, which,
it should be.
Maybe is a good thing, the same way that newspapers were accountable for what they printed,
Yep.
and
Misinformation.
radio shows are accountable for what they say. Well, Google's AI is also accountable. Yeah, if you're a mass media outlet and you reach literally millions of people, you should have some accountability for having there be a factual basis to the things that are being propagated.
Sure, I just don't know how often that actually like applies. It applied to what's his name?
You're not going to bring up Alex. You are. Okay, that's where you're going with it. Well, yeah, I mean, it relies on somebody to actually hold you accountable to it in many cases, but there is a basis for, but there is an expectation.
Right.
That if you are spreading information, that you are responsible for the
especially
accuracy
Google.
of it.
A big entity like Google.
The case was initially brought by two German publishing companies after Google's AI overview presented information about them combined with that of shady companies and online scams, and then drew information that didn't appear in any of the linked sources.
Oh, no.
Which, I mean, Luke, have you ever experienced that with Google's AI overview where it goes, blah, 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 this thing, citation, and then you click it?
Yeah, there's no, and it's a blank page.
Not in there.
Yeah.
Citations by AIs are pretty sketchy in general, but this does line up. This was pointed out by Flowplane Chat as well, but I think I lost the message. But this does line up with other things. There's customer support chat bots where what they say has been held as like fact.
Yeah.
So the customer support chatbot offers you something, and the company is held to follow through with it. Did I just see it? I thought I just saw it. Darn it. So somebody in chat pointed out, I think it was Air Canada. Yeah, Paige in chat said Air Canada was already held liable for something incorrect their support chatbot said. And I think there was other companies as well, not just Air Canada.
Because, like, what if not just, like, harmful suggestions aside, like, what if I think he just mentioned, like, what if AI uh mistakenly said that, if you get like an email from a company, you're like, is this company a scam? And AI's like, yep, it's a scam. Like, oh, okay, then that business loses money and people think it's a scam. So like, I do think I understand Alex Jones, very worse. He does spread a lot of things, but even him, I think, to a point, should be held accountable because he has such a big name. And but Google more so. Like, Google's a big company. Anyways, we'll just keep watching, I guess.
So
Google,
yeah, it kind of follows other things.
Google pulled the classic defense of, well, users can fact check for themselves, and they
That's
do
what
plan
their
to
job
appeal the
is.
ruling with a
Google.
spokesperson saying this case focuses on specific and narrow errors, not the foundational way that AI overviews display web content. Right, but
You're the one putting the
these
fish out.
specific and narrow errors are inherent to the way that foundationally AI overviews seem to work, at least at this stage in the game. Like, these hallucinations are not new. They're not an unknown. And to Google's credit, they do say in AI overviews that, AI can make errors and that you need to check it or whatever. But like,
What's the point of it then?
I think there's still if we all know, right? It's kind of like it's like what went down with end user license agreements, right? Like,
Yeah.
you had these long, theoretically legally binding documents.
Sure.
Everybody knew on both sides, the companies writing these end user license agreements, the people signing them, everybody knew that nobody was reading them.
Right.
So when push came to shove, it was ultimately found that if someone was not actually well informed and was not actually aware, then this stuff wasn't going to be binding. It didn't just absolve you of breaking a law. The fact that you wrote into your end user license agreement that you were like allowed to do it. So in the same way, if we know that people are trusting this stuff and that they're not noticing these errors and they're not actually doing the due diligence, then in my opinion, there's a certain responsibility on the companies that are putting this information, I'm going to put that in giant air quotes, putting this information out there to ensure that it is factual. And if it's not...
Yeah, because I remember there was a company, I can't remember who it was. They had actually put like, it was a video game, and they're like, hey, we'll give you, I think it was like $3,000 if you send us a video of you dancing. It was in the terms of service. I don't remember which game it was, but it was kind of funny. And I guess they got a couple people, but it's like, it goes to show, even when money is at stake, like, people don't read terms of service. I don't read terms of service. Like, I might like breeze through it, but other than that, I mean, if I want to play or use the product, I'm gonna hit accept, right? So either way.
not factual, who's accountable? Who's responsible? And yeah, Google's going to say the user.
No,
but
Google.
like, I think Google knows probably better than just about anyone else that the user is just not going to do that work.
Nope.
Like, the entire premise of this feature is that we're just
know how
going
to
to
work.
surface the information in an even more convenient manner because we know the user doesn't want to click through and read a bunch of stuff. That's the whole point.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have a few discussion questions here.
Okay.
First of all, should the AI pushers be allowed to use the public as their beta testers while they work out the kinks here? Is there a level? I'm going to clarify this, or I'm going to add a layer to this.
Okay.
One. Is there a level of disclaimer that you would consider acceptable so that it could just spew misinformation like this?
I mean, I think it's like a slippery slope. I think obviously there are like layers of accountability. Like when it starts getting dangerous, like when they're recommending you put like, I don't know, if you ask them, hey, is eating raw chicken healthy or safe? And it says yes. Like obviously, I think that's bad. I think most people know, but you have the few who you may like, hey, it looks slightly pink in the middle. Is it safe to eat? And Google, if they say like, yeah, then the person eats it, they get sick. Like you said, a lot of people are using these summaries. They're using AI to dig through all the research data and everything and like summarize it, which is like, I'm fine with that part of AI. As far as like, research go, it does probably make it look easier. I don't like the fact that it can just make up links and citations. And I know you do have to like, just like any article you're reading, even like Wikipedia, for example. That's like that was kind of like our AI when I was in high school. We were always told, make sure you cite your sources. Wikipedia is not a source, and so instead of just a little tip, just instead of what you could do is you could use Wikipedia, but you go to the sources that they cite, and then you just double check, make sure the information that they're providing is the same, and you could just use those as your resource instead of using Wikipedia. Like but those were actual sources. You could actually cite those things. And over time, Wikipedia became a little bit more somewhat reliable to a point. Uh, but I guess the question would be if Wikipedia did put anything out. I don't know. That'd be a curious question. Like, then would a site like Wikipedia be responsible too, or is it just because the Google AI is front and center for everyone that is more held liable? That'd be an interesting question.
Like, how beta would it have to look and feel?
I do think it should be a disclaimer that this is still
I'm trying to see what
testing.
it looks like right now, just out of curiosity.
Sure.
It doesn't look like there's any flags whatsoever. So above the fold, I just Googled testing, and it gave me an AI overview of the word testing. And before clicking show more, there's nothing. It has the little Gemini icon. It says AI overview. There's the quick summary with its citations, some more information, more links on the right hand side, but there's no indication that this isn't ready to go.
Yeah, I've got. I did the same thing just to make it a little bit easier for the people. So it's got a couple citations here that makes it look very credible.
Sure.
Yeah.
I click show more.
Once you click show more, there's fine print at the very bottom that says AI can make mistakes, so double check responses.
Holy crap! I actually do. I have that? Am I missing it, guys?
I don't see it.
Am I missing something here?
It's on mine. It's right above where the chat input is, where you would type.
It's not there.
To the left of the share, like.
It's not there. It's not there.
Am I, guys, help me out here.
You're not missing.
I feel like I'm gaslighting myself because
you're not.
I was
it's not
pretty
there.
sure there was a thing. I do not see it.
Whoa!
It's not
see
there.
It on yours. What the heck?
Mine has it.
Oh.
What?
So it's. Hang on.
What the heck?
Hang on. Let me test it. So it is testing, right? Testing. All right. Let's see. Oh, it does have it there, but it doesn't have it for Linus. That's really weird. And I'm using Opera GX. I'm not using Chrome or anything. I wonder what browser he's using. If that would really make a difference. I'm gonna pull up. You're not gonna see this. Let me pull up in Firefox. No, it has it on Firefox too. Interesting. I guess it just is like Linus.
That's super weird. It's on my side.
Okay.
I think he's using Chrome.
Show?
People are asking if I have an ad blocker. I mean, it shouldn't do that, but like, what extensions do I have? I got nothing here, guys. Here's my extensions. What else we got here, guys? What else we got?
That shouldn't matter.
Do you want to open a private browsing tab and do the same thing?
I would like to do that very much. Okay. Blah, blah. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Okay, so that's interesting. It also moved this interface over to the right.
Yeah, it's probably just reactive, but yeah.
It didn't need... Yeah, but it went all the way from left aligned to right aligned, though. Oh, no, it's not quite left aligned. Oh, you're right. Interesting. Is it even quite right aligned, though? You know what? No, I think...
Yeah, no, it's just buffered off on both of them.
Interesting.
What if you
So
try refreshing
for
his
some
page?
reason sometimes. I mean, man. Okay, so back to my question. What is the degree of disclaimer that would be acceptable to you? Obviously, what I encountered just there with no disclaimer. And this is Chrome. This is like
Okay, he is Chrome.
Chromest Chrome-ass Chrome of
If
Chrome
any
browser.
place,
I don't
it
even
should
have any
work on
extensions or
Chrome.
anything. Like, there is no excuse because I'm Googled all the way through the pipeline.
Yeah.
So clearly that's not acceptable at all. And honestly, I don't even think the other version that I got in the incognito window, I think you and I could probably both agree that's not enough.
No, it's very
Gonna be
faint. You
making,
can barely
like,
see it.
egregious errors like this.
It needs to
it's
be.
acceptable
Fine
to you.
print that you have to click show more to even see. Like it's
Yeah.
literally not like you.
It should
you
be at the top.
can get results that are conclusive results.
It should be at the
and
top.
Not see the disclaimer because you didn't click show more. You need to click another thing in order to get the disclaimer. It's like obviously not enough. I think it would need a pretty major badge. I don't look at the AI overview too often, so I wasn't really ready for this.
Yeah, that's the
but I
problem
was
too. It's like it's
expecting it
pointless
to-
because I don't know a
next
lot of
where it
people who
shows the Gemini
used
logo and
overview
AI
portion.
overview. I was expecting a big, fat beta testing badge.
Yeah.
Right, so
But-
you want it like right here.
Right where it
Like
says
AI
overview.
Beta.
Yes.
You know, results.
It should be right there.
Yeah.
May contain
Right.
factual errors and incorrect information.
Correct.
Check all cited links in
At
order
the- at the
to
very
verify
minimum
before believing
basic,
anything it says.
like,
Would that
requirement.
be enough for you?
I mean, I don't like the feature at all, but yeah, I think that would be enough for me.
Same.
Someone in chat, Mini Catalyst said, "Dumb user here. I didn't know it was in beta."
I didn't know it was
it
in beta
is.
either. I thought they just released it because it was
I
done.
don't think it's in. I haven't seen it. I don't see any indication on the feature that it's in beta.
Yeah, I just said beta.
Oh.
Because I don't know.
It's okay.
That's the type of thing that I'm used to flagging, I guess.
Right.
I was speaking for them. So yeah, like I guess don't flag it with beta, but some much more in-your-face thing saying that this information is, man, I'd like it to even say likely incorrect because I catch the very few times that I've really used the AI overview on Google.
Yeah.
It's
So
wrong
inaccurate.
a lot of the time. I don't know what
Yeah.
model they're running, but it seems not
Bad.
sophisticated.
It's fast.
It's bad.
Like it really does seem like they're running a pretty
Well,
fast, pretty light,
Fast, but
pretty
if it doesn't work, then what's the
not
point?
thorough
Yeah.
model. And the funny thing about it is, I forget what I was looking at earlier today, but I was sitting in script review with Elijah, and maybe this is crazy, but we I remember what it was. We were looking for comments. Like, you know how sometimes in our videos we'll do like a collage of similar comments, like,
Yeah.
last time on Tech House, you guys asked, why we scavenged the copper the way we did, and we'll go and we'll put a bunch of comments about that. So there's a really cool new feature in the YouTube dashboard where you can search your comments using AI search for anything that, instead of just searching for like a keyword, you can look for anything about this topic or anything that was critical of Linus's hairdo or whatever. You can search for sentiment now, which honestly,
Kind of cool.
pretty cool and useful feature for LLMs.
Sure.
Anyway, so I searched for something specific. I don't remember exactly what it was. And it crapped out a list of all the comments. And I was like, oh, that's super great. And okay, here, Elijah, when you're going through and you're doing the guidance for this video, here, let me just copy this link to the studio dashboard to the search result, and I will throw that into the script, like guidance column. And then I was like, wait, is that going to work? Right? Like, is it, I know it'll bring up the dashboard. I know I can link someone who also has access to the dashboard, and I can even link them to the specific page, but is it going to link that search query? And so I clicked it to check it, and it did, but I was like, hey, wait a second. I think it generated that result again. It didn't cache it at all. Which, honestly, for something like the YouTube dashboard, wouldn't surprise me that much. But for something like a super commonly searched term like this, like, did you get exactly the same result as me? Or did you get an...
Let me see. Did I get the same exact result as Linus? Sorry. Let's see. Ahem. Okay, so Linus's, I'll just do the very brief one. It says testing is a systematic process of evaluating a system, product, or idea to determine its functionality, purpose, or safety. It helps to identify defects, validate requirements, and ensure that expected outcomes are achieved. The concept of testing encompasses several keys, subtopics, and applications. Mine says testing is the process of evaluating the properties, performance, or capability of a subject, such as a student, software application, or product, against specific standards. It aims to verify functionality, ensure safety, and measure knowledge or defects. Okay, so like it doesn't even give the same. I mean, that's I mean they're pretty much the same definition, but it's not even giving me the same. It's not giving me these same links either. It's showing Linus Cambridge Dictionary and then 2 YouTube videos. It's showing me testing.com, CDC, and a YouTube video, which is software testing, which is interesting. You know, I work in IT, but I'm not sure if that's relevant. But that. Oh, okay. Never mind. Actually, they did link Cambridge. I take that back. They did link Cambridge Dictionary in mine, but it was down below. It's not like right here where you can see it right there. Mine's just here. But it's still interesting though. Close out.
An LLM generated output fresh.
It is a
for
different
you.
output though.
Do you want to have a quick look?
It is different than what he got.
Yeah, so mine, I think I closed that tab already. Okay.
I mean, you could just search again. I'll read mine and you tell me when it stops matching. Testing is the systematic process of evaluating a system.
Already off.
Okay. So here's a question for me. And you know, I am not a systems architect. I am not a deep expert on LLMs or anything of the sort. But what I do know is that right now we have big tech absolutely desperate to build more data centers in order to support their AI endeavors. We have just like a massive volume of use of products like search. And we have this technology that we've had for, you know, all of computing, caching, that it seems to me might be useful. So why would they run like a crappier model that, to your point,
Vibe coding?
that AI overviews makes a ton of mistakes, like more than other better LLMs makes.
Yeah.
So in order to manage their resource usage, wouldn't you think they would just like cache this?
Do they know how to?
Cache common queries, update them once a day? once every couple days. Like the definition of
I find it
testing
interesting.
is not going to change between now and tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, and I find it interesting because before, if I would Google something, like a specific word, and I would do this very often,
Yeah.
it would surface a definition.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I've done this in the past, and maybe they don't want me to do this, but I've done this in the past where sometimes I'll Google something for a spell check.
Yeah.
Because the Google search will be like, you spelled this word wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it'll think I'm like trying to talk to it. And I run into some weird scenarios. Yeah, I like Google is genuinely significantly less useful for me, and I've been using it way less.
Mm-hmm.
This is
ever
interesting.
Since AO Overview became a thing.
This is interesting. They're doing at least a little bit of caching. Chat pointed out that my 2 search results, one in my regular browser and one in my incognito tab, did return identical results.
But it's on the user's end, not on their end.
Okay.
Interesting. Try a different browser entirely.
Okay. All right. I'll open it.
Because
all right, Microsoft. Are you a Microsoft representative?
Are you
trying
Edge?
to?
No, well, I mean, you could use Firefox.
I don't have it on here.
You could use Chrome to get Firefox.
I did get the same result.
So it catches it on the computer?
I know there was this thing recently, I don't know if we talked about it on White Show or not, but Google Chrome is reserving like a bunch of space on your drive for AI stuff. And I don't remember if that included things like results and whatnot.
Okay.
So a different browser getting the same one is interesting. Someone in chat, I just saw it. Kuro Setsuna 29 said, I wonder if it's region cache. I'm in a different region.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, that could be it.
Because mine goes, testing is the act of subjecting a system, person, or process to experiments, which is different than yours, yeah? It's close, but different, right?
It sounds so much what I had.
Yeah. Yeah, little bit different.
And I refreshed the page and got the same thing. Let me try in a different browser.
Okay, all right. This has become kind of an interesting rabbit hole. Sorry, guys. I know you were expecting WAN show, but
I mean, this is WAN show.
This is kind of
the testing show.
Yeah. Testing.
Test.
Oh.
Oh. What's so?
In Firefox
based
on this device,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not logged in.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So it's figuring out my geolocation and making everything Mandarin, I'm guessing.
Mandarin?
And it did not give me an AI overview at all.
Okay, then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that checks out.
English? Trying to do URL things. Testing.
Avon Fox says it's probably quicker to regenerate than to pull from cache. Yeah, but that's exactly what I was kind of wondering is, like, are they better off using a better model and then using caching versus a super light model that, like, makes a ton of mistakes? Especially when it's something that, is a pretty static outcome, like
definition.
something that is not going to change from day to day.
Right.
Like the definition of a common word, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
1 second here, sorry. There we go. Can I change this?
It's also interesting to me that it cites Cambridge Dictionary as its first one with club.ministry of testing, whatever the devil that is, and also some YouTube short. And then when I actually go there,
Linus.
there's an ad.
Oh
wow, that's a lot of LTT store ads. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
LTTstore.com.
nowhere on the Cambridge site is like exactly that definition. And you'd think it would be simpler and less error prone to just give
That's
me
a lot of LTT store
That's a lot of
ads.
LTT store
That
ads.
is a
Hey?
lot.
Holy crap.
Oh my
All the
gosh.
I wonder
LTT
how
store
much
ads.
money was just spent spamming your browser with that.
I shudder to think.
You know, it might have
Ooh.
been pretty effective because it ended up on WAN Show though. Okay, so mine did not match. But I'm
Oh.
wondering if so. So I went to specifically a like Canadian Google search thing. I didn't actually realize this was even a thing at all. I searched up Google Canada, and it gave me like I don't know. If you go to Google right now, does it show a like red and white Google logo with the Canadian Soccer Association logo and stuff flicking by?
Sorry, this? Yeah.
Let me see. I gotta wait for this thing to catch up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I got that basically, and I searched on
Canada.
there,
Yep.
and now I got testing is the act of evaluating, measuring, or examining the capability, safety, or characteristics of something, and then blah 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 blah.
Got
Is that
it.
the same as yours?
I don't.
Because that is very different than my previous one.
Not quite. Systematic process of evaluating a system, product, or idea to determine its
Yeah, I
functionality,
know.
performance,
Weird.
or safety. Yeah, so it shuffles things around a little bit. And when you shuffle things a little bit, well, then you introduce the potential for errors. And it's just seems to be a feature rather than a bug. And that's just kind of what we're stuck with. And somebody's got to be accountable for it. And,
Yeah.
Google's basically saying, hey, well, it should be the user, but I mean, we just, with this, the simplest of tests, searching the word testing, found that it will sort of move things around. It'll cite sources that don't actually have exactly that definition.
Yep.
And it's hard because it's really tempting because it's right there. Like I find myself searching for something and going, right. I can't trust that. Don't look at that.
Yeah.
Look under that.
Scroll
Go
down.
under the fold and start clicking into things because it's just so convenient.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it is one of those things where it's a feature that's kind of useless right now. And even if you ask it questions, like I said, you have to like research it anyways. So it's like, what's the point? The whole purpose of this AI overview was to eliminate that. Yet you're having to do it anyways. So Google just really it's like a product made for no reason. I don't use it myself. And like at work, it's faster and easier just to search for stuff. I scroll down. I actually have been using, you guys cannot like me for this. I actually been using Bing. Just as inaccurate, but just as unreliable. But for now, it doesn't have as much of the AI overview just yet. I also use Firefox too at work. But either way, that was interesting. I'd be curious to know if you guys look up the definition of testing. I'd be interested to see like what the Google AI overview gives you. But that's gonna be it for today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And until next time, take care and have a good one. Bye.